So on August 10th, US just released its inflation data for July 2023. And in this video, we're going to talk about the inflation data, S&P 500, the market reaction, my forecast for S&P 500 in the next couple of months, and what I expect the inflation to be going forward. So on August 10th, the inflation data release was 3.1%, which is lower than expected. And my forecast for inflation for July is 3.27%. So I'm almost bang on. Now, when you're looking at the market on that day, S&P 500 was breaking even. And some stocks went down, and the next day it went down slightly afterwards. So what we observe here is that we previously has a high period of inflation due to the post-pandemic business, and now we are reaching a new normal, and inflation is starting to flatten. Now, for 3.1% is really not surprising anybody, especially analysts and banks, so it is within our expectation, which is why the inflation didn't move S&P 500 because it is within expectation. What should we expect to happen to S&P 500 in the next month or two? With the previous bull rally for around 6-7 months for S&P 500, we're starting to see a correction for S&P 500 in August. Right now, as of the time I'm recording this video, is August 11th, and the first 2 weeks of August is already going down. And I think this bearish market will continue for another 2 to 4 weeks. And within Investing Accelerator, I talk about what are the stocks that are good to look at, how should you plan ahead, and basically, we're expecting a major turning point happen somewhere in early to mid-September. And the reason is because with the interest rate cycle being so high, we are basically done increasing interest rates. And for the September 19th Federal Reserve meeting, there will likely be no interest rate increase, which is my forecast. So as an investor, if you have cash on the side, you should expect to buy discounted stocks in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Now, some of the picks we have within Investing Accelerator is Apple and Microsoft. Now, both of these are no-brainer blue chip companies that previously had quite a good bull run this year, and right now is coming down. I think Microsoft dropped 10% already. So these are good blue chip stocks that you must have in your portfolio. So that means all it comes down to is the price in which you get into these stocks, and then you can hold them for a long time. So in terms of timing, what you want is to aim for the end of August, ideally early to mid-September. And I think that's when you'll probably get the best price. Once you get in, I think the rest of 2023 will be bullish when the market establish the interest rate will be at its peak or starting to go down in early 2024 or mid-2024. So looking at the inflation data, what should we expect going forward? Now, for July, it was 3.1% that was just released. And for August, my forecast is 3.3%, September 3.1%, and October 2.68%. So when you're looking at inflation for the next 3 months, it's actually very different for the last 6 to 12 months because we're reaching a normal level of inflation just around 3%. And that's exactly what the Federal Reserve wanted, and this gives the Feds the breathing room to maintain the interest rate at this level, or even lower it next year if need be. So if you want to learn more about investing, then you can take a look at the free training I have within description, or the link should pop up somewhere around here or here. And you can take a look at that as well. It's a 2.5-hour training on investing, and I also go through some of the tools I use within the free webinar, how to invest and get 30% as well. So you can let me know down below what you think about inflation, what will happen to S&P 500, and what is your favorite stock pick coming up in the next 2 to 4 weeks.